I need to share something with you before I teach you anything in this episode. I was 22 years old, divorced, bankrupt, single father. Not just one of those things, all three of those things, all at the same time. I was wearing a United States Marine Corps uniform trying to figure out how my life was going to pan out inside the military or outside of it. And here's what nobody tells you about the Marine Corps. When your final year comes up and you're a single father, re-enlistment isn't guaranteed. My unit needed men they could deploy at a moment's notice, and a single father with a kid at home, they're not at the top of that list. So here I was, no degree, bankruptcy on my record, a divorce behind me, a child depending on me, and the one institution I had given him everything was about to close the door on me. I thought that was the worst thing that could ever happen to me. However, it was the best thing that could ever happen to me. I entered the life insurance industry, started as a solo life insurance agent, helping serving families plan for retirement while I was still figuring life out on my own. Now, 12 years later, I asked myself, do I really want to continue this for the next 12 years? I made one decision that changed everything. I stopped trading my time. I started building something I owned. And today, I run a national life insurance agency with over 5,000 life insurance agents across the country. Now, I retired in my 40s, not because I got lucky, not because I had a rich family or a college degree or a financial head start from anyone, because I built an asset. And that asset keeps working whether the market is up, market's down, rates are up, rates are down, or whether or not the economy turns. Because helping families with retirement planning and generational wealth creation is not seasonal. It's ongoing. So it almost stopped me from getting there. The same 5 things that are starting to stop you right now. Comment gotcha below if you're ready to find out what they are. Let me ask you something nobody ever asked you in school. Where did the idea of retirement at 65 actually come from? Because I promise you, it did not come from the Bible. In 1935, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act into law, and he set the retirement age at 65. And here's what they don't put in history books. The average American life expectancy in 1935 was 61 years old. So do the math. The system was never designed for most people to collect on Social Security. It was designed to look generous while most Americans would die before they ever saw a check. Now, that's not conspiracy, that's congressional record. Then corporations decided that pensions were too expensive. So they shifted from pensions to 401ks in the 70s and shifted every ounce of retirement risk from the employer directly onto you. Now you pick the funds. You absorb the losses. You hope the market cooperates when you need it the most. And then Hollywood sold you the beach chair and the Corona picture at 65 is the finish line. Brothers and sisters, the quote unquote retire at 65 and coast is not in the Bible. It's a 20th century government economic solution that accidentally became your life mission. And right now, in 2026, that system is cracking wide open. Linda, listen, in 2025 alone, companies directly attributed 55,000 job cuts to AI. But modeling estimates put the real number closer to 200,000 to 300,000 because most companies won't tell you the real reason they let you go. CEOs at Ford and Amazon, Salesforce, JP Morgan, all on record saying white-collar jobs at their companies will soon disappear. And for college graduates, over 1.84 trillion in student loan debt, 42 million borrowers for student loans. 71% of student borrowers already regret taking out the loans. You did everything the system told you to do. You went to school, you got the degree, you got the job, and the system and the narrative still didn't deliver. See, that's not your failure. That was a broken promise all of us were sold on. And if you're feeling that right now, I need you to stay with me because what looks like your worst moment might be your only real shot. And I know that because I lived it at 22. So let me give you the definition of retirement that actually matters. Retiring for me and many of those we've served has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with purpose. You've got purpose, you just need to express it. The government's definition is stop working when the system says you can. My definition, reach the point where you no longer have to work because you have to financially, so it can work because you are called to do it and becomes your life work, your purpose. I'm not retired from life, I'm retired from financial survival. There is a massive difference. The last time I worked for a check was 2003, accepted a paycheck for somebody else. And let me tell you what the Bible says about how you get there. Because in a man's haste, he sees shiny objects. He sees crypto and hot stock tips and real estate deals somebody at work told him about. He throws all of his money at it without assessing the cost, without assessing the details, and he calls it a plan. In a man's natural laziness, I've got it, He wants someone else to do the work. He wants to get lucky. He wants passive income without active stewardship and active involvement. And God has something to say about those men. In Proverbs 13, verse 11 says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. In Proverbs 21, verse 5, the plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty, surely to poverty. Another one, Proverbs 28, verse 20, a faithful man will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. 3 verses, same verdict, all written by the richest and wise king who ever lived, which is King Solomon. God blesses the man who builds little by little. He does not bless the man who bets it all on a shortcut. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working unto the Lord, not for men. See, work is not the enemy, but purposeless work is. So what are the 5 things working against you in all practicality, even while you're working hard? I call them the 5 gotchas of money. And Uncle Sam already knows about every single one of them. The question is, do you? First one, losses. Market crashes don't ask for permission. If your retirement plan goes backwards, you don't have a plan. You have a gamble. Build assets that cannot go backwards. Second one, healthcare. The number one reason people file bankruptcy is not because of credit cards. It is a medical bill, change in health it never saw coming. Plan for it before it plans for you. Taxation. The government gets paid before you do. Every single paycheck, the first thing they take out of a paycheck is taxes. That is not an accident. That is a system working exactly as designed. Structure your income so you keep more of what you earn. Fourth one, inflation. $1 in 1990 costs $2.10 today. Your savings account is losing value while you sleep. And inflation is a tax you never voted for and is eating your retirement alive. Last one, number 5, procrastination. This is the one that kills most men. Time is the only thing you cannot get back. Every day you wait is a day compounding, working against you instead of for you. And the decision you delay is the retirement and financial security you lose. LHTIP, standing for losses, healthcare, taxation, inflation, procrastination. These 5 gotchas are predictable. They're not surprises. And Proverbs 27, verse 12 says, the prudent see danger and take refuge. The simple keep going and take the penalty. I wrote a book on navigating all 5 of these. It's called Gotcha. The link is in the description below. Get your copy today. Meanwhile, let me tell you what the formula actually looks like. Most men chase retirement through people's assets. Real estate sounds great until you realize it's rate sensitive, capital heavy, market dependent, and also timing dependent. You need the interest rates to cooperate. You need the market to cooperate. You need enough capital and credit just to net a few $100s on the door. And when the market turns, you turn with it. An HVAC turns bad, a roof goes bad, you have negative cash flow. And guess who pays that? You. For me, I chose a different asset. I built a life insurance agency built around helping families protect their retirement, creating generational wealth, leaving something behind for the people they love. See, in my business and our industry, there's no inventory to carry. There's no race to pray over, no market window to time, because families need retirement planning and life insurance protection in every economy. When the market crashes, that phone still rings. The rates go up, that phone still rings. When companies start laying people off, that phone really starts ringing. And here's what I want you to understand. I didn't start with that plan. I had a lot of indecisions and laziness even myself. I started with a forced decision and a calling I didn't fully understand yet. I was a solo insurance agent. I learned the business. I served clients. And then 12 years in, I made the move to build a team, to recruit, train, and develop agents, and to create financial distribution. Now, here's what I wanted to say directly to a certain kind of man watching this right now. If you're disciplined, if you know how to talk to people, if you have a desire to lead, not just follow, if you're done working hard to build someone else's dream while your dream sits on the shelf, if your faith tells you there is more for your life than a paycheck and a pension you're not sure will be there, well, this model was built for you. Helping families, building a team, creating residual income that works whether you're working or not. No experience required, but you need to apply your wisdom, just the willingness to be trained and the discipline to see it through. If something shifted in you while I was talking, that's not an accident. The link to connect with me directly is in the description down below. So please take a look, ask questions, but do not sit on it. Because the procrastination gotcha doesn't just steal retirement, it steals destiny, steals your purpose. And you, my friends, hopefully you're watching this, I believe you just got the formula. The government's retirement system was not built for your freedom. It's built for your dependence. The shiny objects and get-rich-quick schemes that Bible warned you about, they're still out there. And men and women are still falling for them every stinking day. The 5 gotchas, again, losses, healthcare, taxation, inflation, procrastination, are working against your retirement right now, whether you acknowledge them or not. But now you know. And knowledge without action is just entertainment. Is that what you're here for, to be entertained? So here's what I need you to do right now. Number 1, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I give you what the financial industry won't. No fluff, no hype, just structure and strategy and truth from a biblical perspective. And number 2, get the Gotcha book, your Money Smart GPS, the link in the description below. It is a roadmap that will help you navigate every one of those 5 landmines before they go off in your financial life. And number 3, if you're ready to build what I've built, if you're ready to stop renting someone else's dream, start owning your own, again, drop movement in the comment section below, and it will send you a link so we can get connected. The people who move when they feel the call are the people who retire on their terms. Again, I was 22 years old, broke, divorced, single father, no degree, no plan. I was in child support court for years. What I thought was my worst moment turned out to be the moment God was setting me up for. You're one decision away from being completely different and on the path to a new financial future. So go make it. I appreciate you watching in. If you haven't done so yet, like this video, smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you drop your biggest takeaway in the comment section below. From Dallas, Texas, I'm your Money Smart guy, and until we meet again, continue to live smart, continue to love smart, and be money smart today.